Hello, this is Roger, Low Vision Product Manager here at HumanWare. In this video, I'd like to show you how to use the Prodigy AI Assistant in the Books application. On the screen right now, you can see that I have my Prodigy software open and the Books application is centered on the screen in the carousel. So I'm going to go ahead and open Books right now. And the AI assistant is implemented into my books. So let's open a book. Here you'll see that I have Frankenstein available to me. So I'm going to go ahead and open that file. And here we go. We have Frankenstein opened up right now. Now the toolbar here is similar to what it has always been with one additional feature. You'll see that it's opened up with the read button in the blue circle that you see on the page right now. But immediately to the left of that is the AI assistant icon, just like you would find in the magnifier or the distance application, as well as the files application when you open files that you've saved. Now, before I jump into the AI assistant, there are a couple things that you should know. One is that artificial intelligence is a super helpful tool, but it's not perfect and it's certainly not a mind reader. Sometimes it might miss the mark, especially if you're working with things that are medical or legal or highly technical in nature, or if is text or fonts that are very messy or maybe not clear or handwriting, things of this nature. Um, it might run into some mistakes in those types of settings. So think of it as a helpful partner in understanding what you're looking at and guiding you. But if it's something that's really important, be sure to double check the results and think about it before you just accept them as being 100% accurate. Also, when we're working within books, we cannot send the entire book to our cloud services. We can only send a page at a time. So it's not going to give you the full range of everything about the book, but we actually will send the page that you're working on and the info file that accompanies the digital book that you've downloaded to provide some context for the AI to provide an answer to you. So with that having been said, let's go ahead and click on that AI assistant icon. That's that call out button with 3 stars inside of it. And you will see you're provided some feedback that I just told you. Answers are based on this page only. So you can cancel, close it out again. You can say okay, and you can also say don't show this message again. So we will show this every time to remind you if you don't say don't show me again. I'll click OK for this time. And our AI assistant will now open up. Now I can ask a question by typing it in here, or I can do it verbally by using the microphone to the left of the box here. Let's try that. And it's going to ask for access to my microphone because I have not used it before in the Books application. So let's say yes. What is this book about? So a couple of things there. First, I gave permission to use my microphone on my computer. I clicked onto the microphone icon to the left of the text box there. And you may have noticed that there were some wavy blue lines going there. That's because blue is my locator color, as you can see on the microphone there. And also my microphone turned into a black square. So when I was done speaking, I tapped that black square. The recording of my voice stopped. We translated it to text and filled in the box for you here. So it will record up to a 30-second message. That would be a very, very long question. So typically, you're going to want to tap or click on that box to stop recording and go ahead and have your text or your voice turned into text here. So let's tap our submit button. It's the same type of submit button you see throughout Prodigy. And we can see what is this book about. To the left, you see it's thinking, and here you see the description that's come back. So just like you see in our distance application and in the magnifier application, the toolbar has adjusted. The locator right now is on the AI icon still. If I tap that again, I can ask another question, but I haven't read what's available to me yet. So there's other things that I want to show you before I ask another question here. Immediately to the left of the icon, I'll navigate there using my arrow keys, you'll see a gear. This is the settings that are available to me within this file. So I can create a new chat. I can look at my chat history. You can see I haven't saved anything yet. I can adjust some of my speech settings, and I can adjust the font size within the AI assistant. So these are covered in detail in other videos, so I'm not going to dive into those here, but know that they're available to you and explore them and adjust them as you need within the AI assistant in books. In the upper left is a back arrow. I'll return back to the question the AI assistant has answered. And then I will use the navigation buttons, my arrows, to move to the right. Here is my play button. It's that right facing triangle. When I click on this in a touch screen, it would be a tap.
Frankenstein. The Modern Prometheus by Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley is a novel that explores themes of creation, responsibility, and the consequences of playing God.
You'll notice that that triangle became a pause button. That's those two vertical parallel lines. So I tap those again to stop the reading. I'll show you another way to start and stop reading in just a moment. But that's one way. To the right of that are zoom out with the minus button and zoom in with the plus button. Those are available to you there. You can also, on the screen, using touch gestures, pinch or expand your thumb and forefinger to zoom in and zoom out as well. So it is all touch enabled as well. Now, let's go back to the reading options to us. You can see that this is a fairly long response, but anytime that I want to implement reading, I can use my finger if I have a touchscreen or a mouse for a 1 second tap or a 1 second click on any word, and reading will start from right there. So I'm going to start with the word the right here. I'm going to use my mouse, click for 1 second, and then let go.
The creature, rejected by society and its creator, seeks companionship and understanding, but ultimately faces isolation and despair, leading to...
So where I clicked and pressed for 1 second, that's where reading started. And then I used my pause button at the bottom to stop the reading and the playback of this answer. So maybe I've gone through all of that, and maybe I'll say, maybe I saw something in there um, about that I want to ask questions about, like tragic. So let's go back to our AI assistant here and activate that. And I'll say, what does tragic mean? So here's our answer.
The term tragic refers to something that is very sad, distressing, or disastrous, often involving suffering or loss. In literature, a tragic event or situation typically leads to a sorrowful or unfortunate...
So there's a response about what tragic means. And all of my history is saved with all of my questions right now so far. So let's say we're done working with our book for today. In the lower left corner is a back button in the toolbar. Let's tap that. This will now exit out to the page in Frankenstein. We can continue reading. I'm going to use a swipe gesture to move to the next page, and I'll swipe again. And you can see that we're just moving along. And here is a letter to Mrs. Seville. So basically the first page of text in here. And let's activate our AI assistant on this page now. Tells you again, only based on this page, okay. And it will open up, and you'll see that our previous chat is saved. It picked up right where we left off, but I can ask another question about this page in specific now. I'm not going to, but that's the idea. We'll use the back button to go back to the book, and we can come all the way back out to our books again and exit all the way back out of books by using the back arrows that are available to us. So the AI assistant's in there. Once you start using it within a book, it becomes attached to that book, and you can use it throughout the entirety of a book. It will have a history of all of your chats about that book. So it can be a really useful tool to ask questions as you go and have a reference to everything that you've asked about throughout the book as you worked to read it. Now, we always ask that you provide us feedback, and there's a couple ways to do this. One, I'm going to navigate using arrows in my carousel here, and all the way to the end until I find my help icon. It's the question mark inside of a red box. I'll click on that, and you'll see that the third option in the list there is a feedback link. This will take you to a web form that you can fill out and provide us feedback, not only about the AI assistant, but anything in Prodigy that you might like to see added, changed, improved, and so forth. You can also, within the YouTube video link, there is in the description a link to the same form there. And of course, you can always contact us directly or anyone who works for HumanWare, maybe your local representative, and let them know what you think about Prodigy and how we can further improve it to meet your needs. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you find it useful, and we look forward to seeing you at the next videos that we create.